Okay, so in front of me I have a Psychotria nervosa. A shiny leaf wild coffee is the common name. In central Florida, this plant occurs in coastal hammocks, mesic hammocks, hydric hammocks. It is a very common plant in the understory of mesic hammocks throughout the central and southern part of the state. It is definitely related to the common coffee plant that you would that is the beans are used to make coffee with. The plant is very similar, has similar flowers, similar fruit, similar leaves, and a similar growth habit. This plant likes to be in shade all the time. In nature, it occurs in deep shade almost exclusively. So it's pretty drought tolerant once it gets established. It doesn't need a lot of water. Pretty fast growing. These plants that you can see in front of you here are all probably waist high, and they've been there for a year or two. This is their second year really from seedling size. So all of these plants here, with the exception of this one, grew from seeds just that I threw out into the landscape. These ones grew from seeds as well that I transplanted the seedlings here. Again, it likes shade. It makes a small cluster of white flowers in the spring. You'll see the new leaves when they come out. They're kind of like crinkled like this. It's totally normal. You can see it again there. But it makes white flowers that are mildly fragrant. Love bugs love them. Bees, honeybees love them. Those white flowers turn into a small, deep ruby red fruit with two little seeds in it that look a lot like coffee beans. If you're doing a native landscape, and you have a shady area, these are a foundation planting. They're green all year. They don't lose any foliage. They're pretty drought tolerant. Again, they do like a little bit of, they thrive in moist to dry hammocks in nature. So they abundantly self-seed themselves. So many of these plants that you can see in my landscape here just grew, self-seeded themselves. I didn't plant them. So this is a subtropical species, so it will get some dieback. If you get below 32 degrees, you are going to see some damage. Frost will damage this plant. I've had some nights since I've had wild coffee planted around my yard in the upper 20s. Like, I think one night we had a night it was 27, and the top of it died back pretty bad, but then it all came right back. It didn't die. The plant didn't die. We lost the foliage for a few months. This plant, again, you can see I have lots of it in my yard here. Different genetics have different kind of forms. Some of them end up a little more upright. Some are a little more bushy. Sometimes you'll see it, particularly in the northern part of its range, is like a little, very low growing, kind of crawling along the ground. It's one of my favorite plants for the shade. It's really one that I just bulk in and put a lot of because it has really nice looking foliage. The pollinators really like it in the spring and summer, and it's just kind of in the natural habitat. I'm going for like a hammock garden. It's a staple in the understory. So if you're doing your native landscape and you've got shade areas, I can't recommend it enough. Is Psychotria nervosa is a shiny leaf wild coffee. Check it out.